Hey, Spirit of Christ family, Garrett here again, reading to you our second story of people crying out for God's glory in the place of prayer. Again, reading from this book, Fire Seeds by Dan Hayes. This one takes place in Korea at the turn of the century. Listen to these words. Some years ago, a great revival swept over Korea, the fruits of which remain to the present day. This revival had been prayed down. 4 missionaries of different denominations had come to agree to meet together to pray daily at noon. At the end of 1 month, a brother proposed that, as nothing had happened, the prayer meeting should be discontinued. "Let us each stay and pray at home as we find it convenient," said he. The others, however, protested that they ought to rather spend more time in prayer each day. So they continued their daily prayer meetings for 4 months. Then suddenly blessing began to be poured out. In less than 2 months, more than 2,000 unbelievers were converted. In one church, it was announced that daily prayer meetings would be held every morning at 4:30 a.m. The first day, 400 people arrived, long before the stated hour, eager to pray. The number rapidly increased to 600. Unbelievers came to see what was happening, and they exclaimed in astonishment, "The living God is among you." Commenting on this, Dr. Jung Kim, respected Korean pastor within Campus Crusade, said this: "In 1907 at Pyongyang, 700 people were dramatically filled with the Holy Spirit while attending a week-long Bible study conference. This conference is often referred to as the Korean Pentecost. The lives of those attending were changed, and they began their new lives as fire seeds of prayer, founding a nationwide prayer movement which continues to this day. These became witnesses for Christ, used mightily to start spiritual fires across the nation of Korea into many corners of the world. Missionaries traveled to China, Japan, and America. Anywhere Korean people assembled, a spark seemed to ignite, starting with prayer." This Korean revival began in prayer, continued in prayer, and now goes on at an accelerated pace. Tomorrow morning at 4 a.m., millions of South Koreans still rise, dress, and go to homes and churches to pray. This has set and continues to set an example to the rest of the world how to pray passionately, perseveringly, to cry out for God's glory in revival. May you be encouraged by that story, family.